I'm so nervous. DPR IAN released this new Saint music video and song and EP, and I can't wait to watch it. Obviously, I got myself into gear because, you know, like, he's dropping all of the references and Easter eggs and all of that stuff, so like I have to do that as well because like it's fun. So I got my little dark, I don't know, Saint crown, whatever I made, and my dark Mito eyes, oh god, that I made, and that key, you know, and the watch, because I believe, even though it was not directed by DPR IAN, the DPR Cream music videos is part of the entire DPR visual verse, obviously, so all of that. And I even bought like nail stickers, which I'm gonna wear at the tour. Can't wait for the announcement. Anyway, I'm so excited, and just so you know, I will probably stop quite a bit because I will want to analyze things and I want to freak out, and I don't know what I'm gonna do, but be warned, there's gonna be stopping, you know, if that bugs you, if you want somebody to just silently watch your video so you can watch the video or their reaction. I don't know why people do that. I want to see people's reaction to the video, because you should watch the video by yourself. You know, watch the DPR Saint MV by yourself. I don't know why people do that. But anyway, it's not what I'm gonna serve. Oh, and another thing, I got myself iced tea with stars because, you know, Mito fell from the sky, so I was like, you know, just all of the Easter eggs, I'm making my own. Also love iced tea. Anyway, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's go start. I'm starting with the teaser first. So here we go. Ow, it hurts with the earrings. I'm sorry, I have to take them off. I made them myself. Demonized? I don't know. Okay, sorry. I feel like this was shot in a real museum, but might have actually not been, because they have this amazing video editor who creates all of these 3D models, and it looks so realistic. And I just did Armageddon one for Espa. Oh my god, it's so good. So I think like there must have been a model, but like it looks so cool. Like it could have been in Italy somewhere, and then you just put the demon statue there, which is maybe the hybrid. Anyway, I'm shutting up. Mito. Oh, and my shirt. Just wanted to say that was also intentional with the black feathers. Just wanna say that. I love it. Did you see the lip gloss? Damn. Okay, I'm so excited. Deep breaths. Oh my gosh, just looking at the thumbnail, that looks like straight out of an anime. I don't know which one right now. The blue contact lenses for both eyes. Interesting. It looks super emo. I love it.
You've been lied to. And yet you're a fool for believing it. What promises did it make you?
Damn, it's a heavy sword.
The world. Power. Or perhaps a way out.
The new moon. The solstice, which is representative of the hybrid. So many swords to choose from. Is this like the hybrid's version of the keys? The Midas version of the keys? His swords? By the way, red, white, and black are Mito's colors, and orange is the hybrids, and blue. Oh, you know what it reminds me of? The mask. Like they show in, like, you know, in fantasy movies, the thief always has like the mask up. I mean, even if they show like ninja moves. Like anyway, like I guess like the universal cinematic symbol for thieves. So that's what it reminds me of, like the cape and the mask and the dark eyeshadow and eyeliner thief. That's what I'm like thinking. Obviously, I mean, he's going to like go to a museum where everything is locked up and he's not supposed to be that close, you know? So obviously he's a thief. I mean, yeah, I just wanted to randomly point all of that out, you probably already clocked that, but anyway. Okay, dancing. Alright, symbols on the pillars. Damn the long hair, I love it. More symbols. Oh, that's the song he performed at the bar in Seoul. Ooh, he's got his own little portal. Is that how Mido fell from the sky? Because he did that? Red. Damn. Ooh, okay, shadows. The voices. Oh yeah, you keep telling yourself that. Oh, what a beautiful cathedral. Blue and orange. The clock! Ooh, damn queen. Who's charging? Is it insanity? Red. Damn, that's nice 3D work. Are you kidding me? That is a DJ set. Is that cream? that would be amazing. Damn, he's got completely different tattoos. That is futuristic. I guess that's not cream then. Wait. Yay, the wings! Ooh, lovely cut. There's so many outfit changes in this. Yeah. Is he gonna control an army? Yeah, what's... Ooh. Yeah, this feels like a reference to the Cream video visuals in the forest. Ooh, mysterious plants. Who is that? And a research biologist guy exploring the other world? Who is that? There's so many things, so many things. Oh my gosh, I need to go back after this weird ad plays. And I have so many thoughts. I already said some, I held myself back a lot. I don't know if you could tell, because I have a lot of thoughts. When I watch something with my friends, like a movie, especially if I've already seen it or if I already know way too much about it, because if I get fixated on something, I have ADHD, I will know everything. Otherwise I can't rest. And I always ask them, do you want the audio commentary on or off? Because like, I studied literature, right? Among other things. And what I've learned when you get beyond, beyond the, oh, so annoying to have to overanalyze, can we just enjoy it? Yes, you should be able to just enjoy it. But when you start to actually get into all of the details and look at big pictures and like references to other things, like, that's part of the artistry. Like, the artist doesn't just like create from the flow. Yes, you can, but the thing is that art often is an amalgamation of all of your experiences, of your stimuli that you just absorbed as you just traverse life, right? And so like, that's why it's really important, if you're getting creatively stuck, to just not force it, to just go out and see stuff, experience stuff, touch stuff, go into nature, whatever. And it will just slowly, like, you soak up like a sponge and you create things. And sometimes it's very intentional where you want to place your, like your Easter eggs in all of these videos, the different visual cues, the tapestry of the lore that DPR IAN here creates with all of his videos and the music. And that is super fascinating. I just really want to like honor that and explore that and find that out. And often maybe things, you interpret into that, and that's open for interpretation, so it can be completely off. The originated original intention, but it can still help you add more nuance and more joy to the experience of just consuming art, instead of just like, yeah, it's entertaining, scroll and scroll, scroll, right? So I don't know, I find it's really, really fun to analyze things and to, you know, go on a little treasure hunt, but to also exercise your brain, you know, to be more mindful of what you consume, and then just really dive into that and also appreciate different layers, you know, like with my ADHD brain, when I get a hyperfixation, which this song will be on repeat for the next couple days, like non-stop. That will be on my Spotify Wrapped, you're sure. Yeah, hyperfixation, y'all. But when I then listen to songs, I will then just listen to specific layers, like just maybe the beats, just like the background vocals, the background instruments, and trying to figure out all of the different things, and then just listen to it in different ways, change perspectives to find new things to like appreciate. You know, I'm the same with videos, and especially because I also do video editing, and there's so many things that I also appreciate differently than when I tell my friends, like, look at this video, look at this transition, look how smooth that is, like, look how it lines up perfectly with the silhouettes, you know, the cuts, the transition, with, you don't notice it if it's really good. And since I also do it, I notice it and I appreciate it so much more, like, damn, that was smooth, like, you know, perfectly lined up, like the colors, the transition on the beat, all of that, and he does it so well, so I appreciate all of that. So let's go back. It's unloading. I love that it's, again, this weird desert, empty, barren land. Kind of reminds me of the DPR Live, anyone out there, you know, in the red desert, which I think shot in China. This is probably just studio, green screen, and 3D rendering. And I love the lightning bolts, which are green, which are, you know, featured in different videos where Mito shows up and fights with Insanity. But we didn't really have the sandstorms yet, I believe. And so he's not... Oh yeah, he's dragging the sword, so he's already got it. Why is the music not playing? What's going on? Oh, I muted myself. I love the deep voice of Mito, like, narrating things. Though, is this Mito? Let me just... Should be. Do we really... I've always wondered, do we really specifically know Insanity's voice? Like, obviously Mito's the lower register, and like the voices have these high pitches, and Mito has, you know, the funky electronic sound, the dancey sound, but I don't know if we've had the pitch change of Mito yet, so I don't know, maybe.
You've been lied to, and yet you're a fool for believing it.
So is this an internal monologue, like just reprimanding himself, like, damn, you know, you believed the lies, and that's why he just rebelled and got kicked out of the sky by Insanity? Though sometimes I get really confused with the storyline, because Mito was there before Insanity messed stuff up, and he was the protector. But then Insanity became this kind of godlike figure that had no more eyesight and all of these masks, and kicked out Mito. But Mito was first. I don't know. I'm still a little bit confused about the timeline sometimes. I know that Hybrid was first, Mito, Insanity.
What promises did it make you? A world, power, or perhaps a way out?
Or is he talking to Insanity? Because, like, he's the fool. He's like the clown god, and who messes things up and thought he could be like all powerful and like mess with the doors and the locks, you know, in the subconscious of Ian. So he messed up a lot and, you know, made the hybrid situation worse, I guess. Why are there so many swords? Did other angels die who had these swords? Or is he like bringing the swords to complete like the circle of the swords? Do they have any symbolism? What is that right sword supposed to be? Is that representing the butterflies? Maybe? I realized I earlier said solstice because I didn't think of the word. I meant eclipse. I know the difference between those, but my brain just didn't. I was just too excited. Okay, and also like, can we appreciate the stars? Cheers, me. Yeah, I'm prepared. I did my homework. I'm such a nerd. Alright, that one sword, the second to the left, has how do you say in English? Like, it has those ripped sides. It's not like a smooth cut, like it would just really, you know, saw through. You know what I mean? Like a knife. I can't with words right now. Like, it's too early in the morning. I didn't sleep that well. I was too excited. So bear with me. I love the armor piece. And he's just like done with it. Like, he looks so like empty and sad. Like, it doesn't look determined and ready for combat. He just looks like not resigned. I don't know how to put it. But lost. And I love the visual that kept popping up in multiple videos, like I think Peanut Butter and Tears as well. Like standing on the cliff in front of the changing moon. And it was wasn't in So I Dance, I might have showed up and like just try to stop insanity on the, when he just like had this major entrance. It's a recurring visual. I wonder who that is supposed to be though. Free from chains, I guess, like the wraps on his wrists. Is that like freed himself? Is that the hybrid? Because it's like kind of also reminds me of the Eye of Sauron. Sauron? How do you say that? I'm sorry. Lord of the Rings fans don't come for me. Oh my god. Lord of Sauron? Yeah, I mostly watch it in German. We say Sauron. Okay, yeah. But it's orange, so it must be the hybrid. I don't know. I love the thunder. Is that the hybrid? Demonic with a scepter and horns and armor and torn bat wings. I love the snow. That kind of is reminiscent of the dance. And was it Dunkirk? No, it wasn't Limbo. Same color scheme, and with the snow, we had a Limbo. Though, like, everything looks so ancient, and then this contraption looks so futuristic. Like, the shape, the blue, teal color, the finishing. It feels a little bit out of touch, but then the chains look old-ish, and the sword does too. So how many swords does he have in his position to do his little magic? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Again, he's on his plateau. The sky. Yeah, this is just so reminiscent of these medieval, baroque, really, paintings. You know, of the dramatic sky and the composition and the dark. And, you know, the pious, very religious themes. You know, like, you know, Rembrandt loved this orange. You know, the shading of the black and the light to just really focus the vision. Central themed on this creature. Mitre? With the wings. I love the wings. Is there an ocean? No. It looks just like it's a plateau in front of the desert. These are like the first plants we see, I think. Little bushels of grass. So, was that the hybrid in the glitter? With purple eyes. Wait, where am I? Let's do it again. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that must have been so uncomfortable to get off of. To get that glitter off. That is so cool. So it's blue, it's purple, insanity. I get it. There must be insanity who's lost his vision and was turned completely sparkly. And I think he's wearing that leopard fur coat that he's always referenced in. And there's the green sparkles. Yeah, that must be insanity. It's turning completely insane. It's got the red eyes, like the doggo did in the So I Danced video. No, wait. Was he red? Don't know. Alright, white and black. So is that the fight with insanity? Like, we saw that mask with the feathers in the Mito movie. And then on the left, that's obviously Mito in black. Is he dissolving? Are his wings dissolving? And is that Mito insanity fighting him? Does he have fur boots? What? What's such a beautiful visual? Like, damn. Did you see the color change on the armor? Insanity colors. The editing is just so good, oh my god. The details, and now he's turning completely red because he wants to explain how Mito's colors are like black, white, and red, and the albums of Mito follow that as well. Like the first one was black because that was just depression and the sadness and the grief of having been kicked out and feeling all alone and fighting for himself. Then the next one was red because that is then the flaring anger and like he swore revenge and just really wanted to go all in and destroy insanity. And then the next final album of the trilogy would be white for finally coming into peace and reconciliation. And so now this is the stage where he turns from black into flaming red. Okay. Yeah. I love the statue on the sides, like praying. It totally looks like a video game. It would be so cool. I said it before, they really should make a video game. I sometimes hang out on Spatial, which is like a virtual space where you can create, I don't know, galleries and interactive conference rooms and, you know, video games as well. But I found out about this because somebody asked me to do a presentation in this virtual room as like an avatar, and you could walk around the room and there's the projection of my presentation of my photos. And like the closer you get to the stage, the louder it becomes, and you can go away and you can talk to people and just like interact like a video game, but it's like live people, and it was just so cool. And then I just obviously went down a rabbit hole and played all kinds of games to get like all kinds of badges and whatever in like different rooms. And I was like, that should have been like a DPR project too. Like they could create a room of the other world and you could just walk around in, and then there's a storm coming through and you can just like check it out, because there could be a DPR music video/video game in this Spatial. So also dreamers could meet up regularly in the other world in a safe way, you know, and that'd be cool. And I mean a safe way because like the entire storyline and the characters are very much based in real perceived reality, because DPR IAN has bipolar and DID and lucid dreaming of basically what I've understood, like lots of really scary, traumatizing nightmares. So that's what I mean with safe. Like you just can log in and you can log out. Like, you know, don't have to experience that and have those sad dreams. Anyway, let's continue. So like the symbols carved into the pillars, they kind of look like, is that a sign for Saturn? Or churches, you know, like when you go and look at the legend on the map, that's usually where the church is, like a circle and a cross on top. I wonder if that's the intention, because, you know, there is religious symbolism stacked into the lore, because, you know, first with the cross with like DPR IAN visuals. That is, you know, because Christian. That's a clever wordplay, but also, you know, the cross for protection, Mito is religious, and the symbol of like the fallen angel and like a godlike figure and the upcoming redemption arc. So, you know, that's in there. So maybe that's the intention here. I don't know. He looks... I mean, he does look kind of scared. I mean, you know, I don't care what he says. He can act. But he's just like, not even just like watchful, but also scared, you know? Like, he absolutely cannot be detected. Why is he a little bit hunched over and like circling? Like that feels like he's not sure what it will do when he gets it. Like he's a little bit scared of the item as well. Not just of the fact that he's going to steal it, but he's like in awe and reverence of this item and scared. I thought everything you left at me. Didn't know you cried was ecstasy. I mean, he's crouching down and looking up at it. He could just like stand eye level, so like there's something there. I feel like this kind of resembles the head of the statue behind it. And I love how he's saying I'm no saint, because there was this video of the music song. And this reminds me of the one scene where Mr. Insanity was breaking into the bank and then Mito came in and he just touched his globe and it started turning into this kind of Tesla thingy that also shot laser beams. Like this might be the original power that he had before he was stripped of some of it. Creating a little universe there. And green. Okay, what are they saying? Do we have subtitles? I want to hear what the voices are saying. And the gold on his armor also reflects the sword. So was it his sword originally? I want to see the full long hair, honestly. I'm sorry. Where are the subtitles? No subtitles? Who let him in? What? Who let you in? Oh, so the voices are there. They're not his voices in his head. They're like the person he robbed from, or like the minions of the person he robbed from, he stole from. He's gonna be so mad. What? And so he's trying to justify taking back the sword, because he's a saint. He wants back his power. Is that what's happening? I'm so confused. I need a live and I need clarifications. I'm a saint. And the wavy lines in the back, the distortion that is featured in so many Mito appearances. I love the continuity. I love the consistency of just the same editing tricks and symbols. Just it's so good. I'm a saint. I'm a saint. I'm just looking at the architecture. I find it really fascinating that the saints in the front face the cathedral, because usually, well, I haven't really, have I seen a cathedral and church where they had the saints on pillars outside of the church leading up to the church? Because usually, you know, like you see they're carved into the pillars, circling the gigantic doors, and they represent different things, and then they're set into little nooks between the windows around directly onto the stone of cathedrals. And then you have gargoyles on top, and here we have, well, the saints outside and facing away from the people coming, because usually they face you. So, you know, like a lot of churches wanted you to feel like really small and in awe of all of the religious leaders and God and all of that. But here they're facing away and they're kind of looking down. They're not even looking up at the church, they're looking down. And there's this one lady in the back, this really giant lady next to the window in the middle, and she has bangs. Is this a lady? And bangs. And their hand is up, and there's like a tiny person next to the door. And there's a gargoyle of some sort that looks like a monkey. It's really interesting choices. I really want to know why. I love how you can really see the sun flares. The clock. I wonder if it's the exact same thing that Cream had in this video. Also, he's wearing a wristband. A leather wristband. Is that just to keep the armor? Oh yeah, it's just to keep the armor on. And it's set on, what, like 2 o'clock? Like 5 to 2? 10 to 2? Like 7 to 2? Because I wasn't sure in the DPR Cream videos what happened with the time. Because they switched switched around too. Is something's gonna happen at 2? Or is that just where the eclipse will be completed, and so he's like pressed for time to do his ritual? The camera shake is so well done. Because like it is shot in a 3D room, like in a green screen room. But it looks so good. And here you can feel like it's a preacher on his pulp, like, you know, almost preaching, but it also could be a conductor, also could be a magician, you know, creating all of this storm. And the red, and then the green and the yellow for insanity and hybrid. Interesting, interesting. Damn. That is such an interesting composition. I love it. Like, he's completely in shadows. You can't see anything, but you can see the cathedral and the steps, and it's all quite a mess. It almost looks like, you know, dune coloring. And there's a saint statue, and I think it's facing us, although the hand placement. Yeah, it's so interesting how there's all of these very small pillars framing the steps, but there's also debris. Like, it all looks very rugged, very dystopian, and a kind of like a mix of different styles. Like, we have got those Roman pillars, but then also the arches of like Romantic periods, yeah, with the bricks. It's interesting. I love how this kind of looks like, you know, in sci-fi movies where they have the cockpit of the UFOs. And it could be a pulpit, you know, like in a church where he's like preaching and looking down at the sheep. But there's no one there, so it's really just he controlling the weather, the universe. I love this. Kind of like the left bit with the air bridge. I don't know, it reminds me vaguely of Hogwarts. Just want to put it out there. And you can see like there's all of these spires and these little towers and decorations, but it's all really much non-functional. Like, it doesn't really add anything to the overall structure of the building, and we saw it's mainly just this one corridor leading up to the statue and the item that was protected, and the rest is just ornamental. The statues, do they look like they can't see? Sorry, I'm leaning really close to the laptop. I love that it's like you never quite know when the DPR visuals logo comes in, but you know that's when stuff's gonna go down. It's just like boom, the beat drops. Just like yes, yes, yes. I mean, that must be insanity. And is he harnessing like the hybrid's power? Because like he's got purple and green, which is coming from his hand and shooting away. But then the black and the orange reaches for him. So is he collaborating with hybrid, harnessing his power, or is he trying to establish his own? It also reminds me of Harry Potter, the end battle. Avada Kedavra. Yeah, and he's just like stopping all of this nonsense. Because like these tattoos are not anything close to Mito had, because I kept not even noticing, but like in the So Beautiful video, you know, obviously Christian Yu has his own tattoos and they keep, you know, multiplying over time. But like even in the So Beautiful music video, he had these temporary tattoos painted on with like the eyes, like lots of tiny eyes on his chest, and then the album title on his stomach and stuff like that. So like he kept the tattoos that he had and added just some for extra Easter eggs, but these are just completely different. They're more like futuristic tribal like. So is that insanity before it becomes a glitter monster? Like, I mean, it could have been in Guardian of the Galaxy, like that kind of tattoo, you know? But also, I mean, if you just look at the center, that looks like the sword. Aren't those the symbols on the sword? Blue. So he is harnessing the hybrid. Is that the hybrid? I'm so confused. Is that the hybrid, like the tornado? I'm so confused. I need information. Oh my god.
Okay, so you don't really have a good idea of the story or how it's really rolling out. I know some of you guys are trying to piece certain pieces together, but trust me, when the hybrid album comes out, you guys will just be mind blown because of, and you'll have a better understanding of what Saint is, and you'll have a better understanding of all of this and what's coming out at the end of Saint. In the video, the person that we see with the wings is Mito, but the person that we see carrying the sword, in the beginning, isn't Mito. This is still Ian's story, and the hybrid is essentially about how the hybrid is the gateway to Ian turning into insanity. I said this before, but the hybrid is an ancient god. It's kind of like a uninvited god that kind of essentially takes over the other side.
Is she just like the DJ of the subconscious? Like, what is that?
DJ of the subconscious.
His eyes are no longer blue. Boom. I love that beat drum. Let's do it again. He's looking. I'm sorry. I've already forgot the beat drop. Like I was like the way he hunched over that. Is it keyboard? Can I say keyboard? I don't know. It felt like it was draining. It felt like he was just getting weaker. Maybe. Maybe he knew that Mito was gonna mess things up, and he was like, "No, I feel it." Did he have something on his teeth, like metal bits you put on top of it, you know, for fashion? Okay. I hope I'm not annoying you too much with stopping, but I want you, and I mean it. So like the glitch the TV glitching, the lines on the screen, they're just so reminiscent of that DPR Cream, like both videos where when he thinks about the past, he has the TV glitch to VHS look, but also the lines to represent, you know, think about the past when it wasn't an apocalypse situation going on. Still don't know what's going on in that storyline. But so far, when we looked at the different timelines in the Mitolore, because, you know, there was a lot of jumping around with, you know, explaining how Insanity messed around with the doors and then stole the car, and then the different car models were also different timelines, so they were accurate to when what was playing out. It doesn't make sense. Like, the videos are not told in chronological order, is what I'm saying. And whenever we have flashbacks, we don't quite know. Like, there's not a typical visual storytelling that, you know, you have in TV movies where they just put like a sepia filter over it and make everything more, I don't know, blue or either more orange to show this was a different time, like a different mood, a different memory, you know, like when your memories get hazy and get a certain tint. That's usually what they use for cinematic purposes, but in the Mitolore it's not as clear because that is intentional to kind of confuse us and show different lines. And to have like clues of like objects, like in the Insanity videos, you can see the computer TV was very like 90s, right? Like, so you got those contextual clues, but not necessarily with the visual. It's all very much tied smoothly together. It's all very interlocked, which I think is also very logical in that way, you know? I don't know, you know. And now we've got this. Did you just, I don't know how I can get back to that exact, it's not even a second. He just has like the biggest effects on like less than a second moments. Like, how can I get that? But you can see it a little bit. Like, there's the lines overlaid, especially on the gray bits. It's like the image is distorted, like, you know, when they show footage of security camera and stuff like that. That's what it is. I got it. See? And it's the typical wavy lines that he likes to have, and also the wavy lines that we saw in the Mido Mini movie when he was just floating in the air, which is an After Effects effect, I think. Love the wings. I hope they have more wings on the tour, because that was a cool thing at the last tour. See the wings? I mean, even the keyboard has those colors. He's so consistent with that. I'd say maybe? No. See, that's like such a badass transition. And now, that is a different sword, isn't it? So like the person at the keyboard now summoned his own sword to fight back, because he's still in a cloak, so that must be the same. They both have a cloak. Oh my god, I'm so confused. Yeah, that's a totally different sword. That looks like a dragon. We occasionally saw like little blips of dragon in the sky in some music videos. Is that the hybrid then? You know what bugs me a little bit, like these pants are like plasticky or something. I don't know how to describe it. But like, it would have been so much cooler if it was just like, you know, rugged leather in this barren landscape. Because this looks so fashion. I mean, you know. But it's interesting that it's white, because before you had the red cloak, or like the black cloak looking red when he was playing, and now he took it off, and now he's just in white, like the person he battled in the beginning. I swear, I'm getting so confused with the characters. And I love just like the hand raising, like you're in a club and you're just like, before the beat goes down, and then everybody's like, you know, jumping and bumping along. And what is that symbol burning on his hand? Because like we know Mido has you know, where the hands is burn with the tattoo in real life. That's where he shoots his fire from. Interesting.
I'm a saint.
I love that he has to repeat that to himself. The sounds of the other world. Yeah, it looks like a gigantic mushroom in the left corner. So I say, yeah, mushrooms. Like in those spatial spaces I said, where you can just jump around other worlds with gigantic mushrooms and collect stuff. Like he's collecting stuff. Is this like the flower we saw in the IU video? Isn't that the flower she held at the very end, the shopper video? Because that was a strange thing that was not explained, and obviously I was like, that's a hint for something. And he's got this kind of weird goggles, you know, like in the Atlantis Disney movie, which is just kind of a punk, steampunk contraption, but it's glowing blue. And it kind of also reminds me of that futuristic goggles that we saw in DPR Live, Yellow Cap. Was that the one? Does he have a monkey face? Is it like a monkey mask? It's also glittery, but it's got white hair. But not like the wig Insanity wore. Damn, I can't wait for the next videos. Let me just hear it again before I say it. Yeah, honestly. So what I am hearing here is, it reminds me of like Aboriginal music. And I recently realized, and I'm like surprised that I never figured that out before, or noticed before. And both Mito albums, I'm just gonna say album now. At the very start, there's like these kind of distorted sounds that do totally sound like a didgeridoo. Like, I'm not sure if he just made that, you know, with his own like mouth vocal cords, whatever. But it's totally reminds me of that. And here it is again. So that's like a fun reference to his Australian roots. That's cool. Let me just hear it again. Like, I'm sure like that must have been that. Yeah. Yeah. Can't change my mind now. I believe it must be a reference to like Aboriginal kind of style music. Alright, so I love this. This is cool. And I'm gonna watch it again and again and like probably find more stuff and like make up more stuff and get more confused and all of that. So this has been a very long video so far. Oh my god. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you've got any thoughts, if you've got anything that you want me to know that maybe I completely misinterpreted or mixed up, and which is totally possible because this is a live reaction, let me know. And I can't wait to listen to the full EP Hybrid by DPR IAN, and for the upcoming tour. Yes, I'm so excited. All right, and that's it. Have a good day. Bye.